Okay, in this video we're going to be talking about multiplying polynomials using FOIL, distribution, and the box method. Okay, so FOIL is simply an acronym that stands for first, outside, inside, last, and it's just a method that's mainly used for binomials where you have 2 and 2, a set of 2 terms being multiplied by a set of 2 terms. That's the main purpose for using it. There's also a box method, which is more useful when you have a set of 2 or 3 multiplied by a set of 2 or 3 in the polynomial, okay? The main thing to remember is that each term has to be multiplied by every other term in each side. So when you multiply all the terms together, then you're going to combine your like terms. In other words, these are the ones that have the same variable with the same exponent. You just add the coefficients or subtract the coefficients or whatever is necessary. All right, so when you're using FOIL, again, FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. And it's just for 2 by 2s. So the first means x is first here and x is first here. So those two would be multiplied since this is a multiplication in between here, and you would get x squared. The outside are the things, here's on the left and here's on the right. These are on the outside of the 2 terms. So the 2 blue ones are outside. So you multiply the x times the 2, and we write that as 2x. The inside terms are the ones on the inside of the parentheses. 3 times x, those are in red. So the 3 times x would be 3x. And then the 2 last terms. This is last in this parentheses. This is last in this parentheses. So the 2 purples get multiplied together, and you get a 6. So what happens is once you have all of these terms, then you're going, after you FOIL it, you're going to actually combine your like terms. There's no other x squared, so x squared stays the same. There's a 2x and a 3x. Since they both have the same variable, you can combine them to say that I have 5 x's. And then 6 has no like terms, so we just keep 6. So this is the answer. Now, using the box method is helpful when you have more than a 2 by 2, but I'm just going to demonstrate it here. It's not as useful when you just have 2 terms times 2 terms, because the FOIL works fine. So the main thing in any box method is that you put every single term separately outside the box. If you have 2 terms over here, you're going to put 2. If you have 3 or 4 or 5, you put however many of those on the left-hand side. You also put the other terms for what you're multiplying it across the top, okay? So if you have 2 over here, you're going to have 2, and 2 on the top, you have 2 in this case. Then you're going to multiply the vertical number and the horizontal numbers together and put the answer inside the box. So an x times an x gives you x squared. An x times a 2 gives you a 2x. A 3 times an x gives you a 3x, and a 3 times a 2 gives you a 6. The answers are inside the box for when you multiply. The third step is to add all the like terms inside the boxes. So you're going to add them, not multiply them. So the only x squared is this one, so we'll have it here. There's a 2x and a 3x inside the box. We can combine those to be 5x, and the 6 has no like term. Notice that whether you use FOIL or the box method, you get the same answer for the question. All right, so let's talk about using distributive property. Again, here you have a binomial, so you have 2 terms here, but you have 3 terms here. So FOIL doesn't work as much because you don't just have a first and then an outside and an inside and a last. So you would miss this 4x term. So you use the distributive property. So here in green, I've multiplied the 2x times each of these terms. So I've multiplied the 2x times the x squared, the 2x times the 4x, and the 2x times the 5. Then I'm going to multiply the 3 times everything in the box. So the 3 times the x squared, the 3 times the 4x, and the 3 times the 5. Okay, so I'm going to continue working. All right, so now I have all these terms. So let's go ahead and multiply these out. A 2x times an x squared is 2x cubed, because I have 3 x's. 2x times 4x is 8x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to add that to my other terms that I've combined. Now, I'm going to look at my answer and say, okay, what can be combined? I have an x cubed here, and he's the only one, so I just bring him down. I've got an x squared and an x squared term, so those can be combined. I've got an x term and another x term, so those can be combined. And then I've only got one constant term, so that's going to stay there. Okay? All right. So now I'm going to try the box method for this exact problem, same problem. So I had a 2x plus 3 on the left, so I'm going to put a 2x and a 3 on the left. And I have an x squared, 4x, and 5 on the right, so I'm going to put x squared, 4x, and 5 on the top. Again, using the rules, I'm going to multiply the 2x times the x squared, I get 2x cubed. Multiply the 2x times the 4x, and put the answer in the box. 2x times 5, and put the answer in the box. A 3 times an x squared, put the answer in the box, and continue with that process all the way to the end. Now I'm going to combine my like terms. There's only one x cubed term, so I bring it out. I notice that I have 3x squares and 8 more x squares, so that altogether that's 11x squares. I have a 12x and a 10x that I'm going to add together to get a 22x, and I just have one term with a 15. Notice you get the same answer, again, whether you use distribution or whether you use the box method, it's just your preference. Let's do a couple practice ones. Try using it or doing it and then coming back to the video and seeing if you got the answer right. X times x is x squared. That's first. Outside is x times 5, which is 5x. Inside is 4 times x, which is 4x. And last is 4 times 5, which is 20. Now I want to look at this and see if I can combine any like terms. There's only one x squared term, but there's 5 x's and 4 more x's, so I have 9 x's. And then I just have one constant term. Okay, again using FOIL. So first is 5x times 2x, which is 10x squared. Outside is 5x and negative 7, so that's negative 35x. Inside is 3 times 2, which is 6 x's. And then last is negative 21. I can combine the negative 35 and the 6, but I can't combine the other terms. And so I get negative 29x and then minus 21. And there's your answer. Now we're going to use the same a different problem here, and we're going to use the box method. So we'll have a 5x here and a positive 2. We have an x squared, a negative 4x, and a positive 3. So 5x times x squared is 5x cubed. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20, and x times x is x squared. 5 times 3 is 15, and I have the x. 2 times x squared, negative 8x, and a positive 6. Now it's a matter of combining like terms. I've only got one x cubed term, so that one stays where it is. 2 and negative 20 give me negative 18 x squares. A negative 8 and a positive 15 is a positive 7x. And then I have the 6 left over, and I've taken care of everything in the boxes. Now, when you work on something like this, remember anything squared is just the same thing as saying that thing times itself. Okay? So in this case, you can use the box method, you can use the FOIL method, you can just distribute the 7x to both parts and the negative 3 to both parts. When you're done, you'll get 49x squared minus, plus 9. The middle term goes away. So let's do, oh no, it doesn't go away, sorry. Let's try that again. You get negative 21x and negative 21x and then plus 9, excuse me. So when you're done, you get 49x squared minus 42x's and then plus 9. So when you combine it all together, that's what you get. All right, stay tuned for the next video on evaluating polynomials.